So this is the start of my weekend, and this is as far as I've gotten so far. Yesterday, I managed to do a little bit. I plan on working on this some more, maybe this afternoon or tomorrow. For right now, because I just don't feel like staying in the house, I think that I'm going to run just your average coffee run. It is pumpkin spice season. I had my first ever pumpkin spice yesterday. I think I'm going to go get another one. And I heard that Hobby Lobby is getting rid of all of their art supplies that isn't their brand. So I'm kind of curious to see if they have anything left. I highly doubt it, but again, I just don't feel like staying at home by myself today. So I think I'm just going to run out. Also, I've been having fun on the TikTok shop. I got that viral TikTok, what is it called? Like the overalls set. We're gonna walk outside in these. I kind of feel like I'm in pajamas, but you know, it is really comfortable. So that's what my plan is for today. I'll be back later. I mean, that was kind of crap, but I already knew that it was going to be. I did walk away with these two things because I do like the Faber-Castell Pit Artist pens. These aren't Pit Artist pens, but they look like they're pretty much the same colors. So I'm just interested to see if those will work similarly. But otherwise, I think Hobby Lobby needs to change their name from Hobby Lobby to just like Home Goods Lobby, because that's pretty much all that they have. I would have walked away with some decorative house items, but I didn't have a buggy and I was running out of hand room, and I wasn't going to admit defeat and go back to the front of the store to grab a cart. So I didn't walk away with anything, which is fine because nobody's going to come and visit me for the holidays anyway. But this is what I got. I'm going to run to, like, I guess Target and Marshall since it's kind of next door, and then head home. So before I play with my new pens, I did just want to scroll over here and show you my little red panda dude. That's how we're starting to turn out. I think I'm done with it because I'm bored with it, but we're gonna move on here. So these things, I don't know why I thought that these were just gonna be the same things, not as like the Pit Artist pen, but maybe like the same pigment colors. And they give me the pigment information down here. So I thought that these were going to be like duplicates of what I already own, and I think that I was wrong. I had to pull out like all of my Pit Artist pens. So I have kind of a large collection. So I thought that these were all going to be like duplicate of these, but in actuality, I think these are the only 3 Pit Artist pens that have the same pigment number as these aqua dual brush pens. So that's kind of a surprise because I've been saying for a long time how I wished that the Pit Artist pens had a lot more colors. I mean, they already come in a pretty large variety of colors. I just want more. I want more of them. So yeah, anyways, that's interesting. From what I understand, I didn't read anything on the back. I think that these are just supposed to be obviously like water soluble markers. I painted some really quick, I had to refocus. I painted some really quick little, I keep wanting to call them mushrooms, but pumpkins. Just painted some really quick little pumpkins just to see how these react to the way that I usually use my Pitt Artist pens. But I do just want to kind of like swatch the duplicate colors. Like I find that so weird that these are apparently the only duplicates that I have. Okay, so these are the new water brush pens, and then these are my Faber-Castell brush pens, and these are supposed to be like the same thing. So I'm just gonna like quickly swatch those out. Ignore the random hairs that I have. Ooh, I like how these are kind of trying to do like the Tombow dual brush pen things, which I honestly don't use as much as what I should have. But that little point at the end is pretty nifty. I thought it was going to be like a micron pen or even like the Pitt Artist pen point. So this is a black Pitt Artist pen. It's kind of like a what your typical fine liner would be. That thing is actually kind of like, it's almost like a mini brush pen on its own. And this one's the Pitt Artist pen. Yeah, so those look like the same color. Like the color on the tube isn't exactly the same. Okay, well, maybe now that they're drying, they're not quite the same color. Those are pretty similar, but now that this one's starting to dry, I don't think that it is. And then these two, even though this one says 114 light pink, this one says 114 pale pink. So they're similar, but it's not the same thing. Let me try this last one. Yeah, and these aren't the same color either. It says 116 apricot, and then this one also says 116 apricot, but the Pitt Artist pen is more yellowy. Interesting, interesting. Well, no, that's fine because I don't need duplicate colors. I wanted a wider range of the Pitt Artist pen, which is why I got these. That I did get. I went with the like the portrait set and the flowers set because this was the closest thing to pastels that I could find, and I do like my pastel colors. But I do use a lot of like pinks in my lion manes, and then these ones are a lot more, even though they're flush toned, they're a lot more like animal toned as well. So that's why I got those. So anyways, I like the feel of these. What I'm gonna try and do, I'm not gonna swatch all of my Pitt Artist pens out, and I'm probably not gonna swatch every single one of these out either. But what I am gonna try and do is I'm just gonna outline my pumpkins like I would do with my regular artworks, just to see how they compare with my Pitt Artist pens. And that's it. So these are my little orange pumpkins. And yeah, I mean, again, they're just pens. It's not anything special, but I do kind of appreciate having more Pitt Artist pen colors. I don't know how many other sets that these come in because I only got two, so I don't know. So I may have to go back and get more because I do really like my Pitt Artist pens a whole lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the pink ones up above, and then what we'll do is maybe, because I know these are supposed to be aqua, so we'll just hit them with some water just to see what they do. Okay, I'm just gonna hit these with a little bit of some water just to see what they do. Oh, and you know what? Maybe I'll compare it with the Pitt Artist pens, but give me just 1 second. Ooh, actually, you know what? That's actually kind of nice. What are these made out of? It says water-based dye markers. Oh no. If the Pit Artist pen. You know what? I've never hit my Pit Artist pens with water before either. I mean, intentionally. And now that they're actually drying, they do dry a little bit differently than watercolor. Let me get out, let me get one out, my Tombos. Honestly, don't know why I never tried this to begin with, but they're all pretty comparable. This one's a Tombow marker, it's still trying to dry. They don't quite dry like watercolor, but they do wet really nicely. Maybe the Pit Artist pen is a little bit more, like he's got chunks in them. But, you know, that kind of makes me curious because I've never tried to create an illustration using just markers. You know, like the ink-based markers. I've done Copic markers, alcohol markers, but I never actually tried to illustrate with markers. So I may have to try and do that in another video. However, I do like these aqua pens. I'm happy that I don't have a bunch of just duplicate of my Pit Artist pens, and then I have more that I can add to my Pit Artist pens, so I may need to invest in the near future another set of these, because I do, so far I do like them. But that's it. That's all that I'm gonna do for right now. Well, I take that back. I'm gonna take my little red panda illustration and I think I'm gonna try and scan it in. I don't know if I'll keep him on any of my social medias for too long because he's not quite up to my standards, but he's still vaguely cute. Whatever. But that's all that I have for today. Sorry, this is kind of random and all over the place, but I'll see you guys the next time, and bye-bye.